Hello and welcome back to my channel. I would like to begin by saying a massive thank you for the support of my last video. It was my first upload of the season and it's currently my third most popular video, which is absolutely crazy. So thank you so much to everyone that engaged with it. If you are new here and you would like to subscribe, please do. There is a little icon in one of the bottom corners. If you press that, you can subscribe to my channel. In this video, I will be talking about some differential options. I do have some differentials in my draft team as it is, but I thought I'd look further afield and see what else is out there under 10% ownership. So let's get straight into it. Also, I forgot to say, stick around till the end because I will be giving my mini league code away, which everyone is so excited about. The Yeleleague is back for another year in a row. So do stay till the end to see my code and you can join. And there is no prize apart from the prize of pride, which is more than anyone could ever want. So stay tuned for that. First up, we're looking at defenders, and my first pick is Ethan Pinnock. Now, it feels really, really wrong to promote a Brentford defender that isn't Ben Mee, but here we are. I know I bang on about Ben Mee all the time, but Pinnock actually had the highest XG of all Brentford defenders. He scored 3 goals and he had an XG of 3.19. Brentford's defence as well was really, really solid last season. They kept 12 clean sheets. Pinnock's only $500,000 less than Ben Mee, and where you're looking to make some savings, I know I touched on Rico Henry in my last video, but Pinnock could be a really, really good option with that attacking threat. Also, he's only 1.8% owned by managers, so that is such a good differential to have if he does get those attacking returns. Looking at their fixtures, opening fixture, Spurs at home. I don't know how that's going to go. It depends entirely on what Spurs is like as a team because we don't know what's happening with Harry Kane yet. So that could be quite a tricky one. But Fulham away, Palace at home, then Bournemouth at home. Really, really welcome fixtures. And I think I'm definitely going to have a Brentford defender in my team. But whether it'll be Pinnock or I'll stay loyal to Ben Mee, it's yet to be seen. But Pinnock is a great way to save money on a defender while still having that attacking threat. My next pick is Gahey, who did make an appearance on my team last season towards the end. His price is 4.5 million and his ownership's currently at 2.2%. He only scored 1 goal last season, so if you're looking for those attacking returns, he might not necessarily be the best pick to go for. But Palace's defence was so impressive. Once Roy Hodgson came in, I think it was game week 29 he took over, they only conceded 11 goals until the end of the season, which is really, really impressive considering how they started off the season. One downside with Gahey, the main downside with Gahey last season, he did score an own goal. So hopefully that won't happen again. But again, the fixtures, they're a little bit mixed. They've got Sheffield United away as their starting fixture, which I can see that being quite a wild one. Goals everywhere. Not necessarily from Gahey, but hopefully they can keep a clean sheet. Arsenal at home, a lot trickier, would definitely be benching him. Brentford away, most likely to bench him. But Wolves at home, I would go for. And then Villa at home, maybe a 50-50. But Gahey, he's only 4.5 million. He could just be a bit of a bench warmer. You bring him on when you need to. I think it's quite a solid pick. And I feel as though I've overlooked Palace players recently. So it's one I'm definitely going to keep in mind. Coming into my midfield options, and we're starting off with Jacob Ramsey. So Jacob Ramsey is one to fill the Ollie Watkins shaped hole in my team. He's only 6 million and he's only owned by 2.3% of managers. After Watkins, out of the Villa players, he scored the most goals with an XG of 4.8. He scored 6 goals in total, he got 8 assists and he secured 135 points over the season. He's absolutely nailed to start and I think it's quite an exciting option to go for. I think he's a really good alternative to Watkins as well. He's £2 million cheaper, but he's still getting those goals and those assists in. The opening 5 fixtures, Newcastle away would be a tricky one. I think I would probably bench him. But then we've got quite a good run with Everton and Burnley. Liverpool depends entirely on how this team is gelled, how it's all going. And then Palace at home. That's 3 out of 5 fixtures that I would definitely start him in. So I'm keeping my eye on Ramsey. I'm quite excited by him. And then we are coming into Son. I cannot believe he is in differential territory. It is mad. He has been in my teams basically every single year apart from last year where he just dropped off. I can't believe he's a differential. Currently, he is at 5.6% ownership, which is crazy, and he is £9 million. He did have a really poor season last season, but it turns out that he was injured, so it does explain why he only picked up 10 goals and 6 assists. It's a huge drop-off compared to what we're used to before. In the previous season, he scored 23 goals and got 10 assists, so a massive, massive difference. But because we can put it down to the injury, I think this season he could absolutely go mad. And also, they're under new management now, so we may see a different Spurs. Hopefully, Son will get in there attacking. He will be getting the goals. This could be one, if you own him in game week 1, you are set for the next couple of weeks because everyone will be scrambling to bring him in by game week 2. With Kane's price point of 12.5 million, I also think he's a really good alternative. I'd find it a lot easier to get Son in my team than to have to rejig everything to bring in Kane. So I'm very, very tempted to bring him back and hopefully relive previous seasons where he has just made my team a lot healthier and got me some green arrows. And then we are coming into our forward positions. Now, I will say that, disclaimer, I'm not going to bring in Darwin. I didn't bring him in last season and I was so relieved because loads of other people did and he was really, really disappointing. But it was made official today that he is Liverpool's new number 9. So I do wonder if this means he's more nailed, if he's going to get more minutes in. At 7.5 million, still quite a high price point, but maybe worth a risk if you want someone to just have a bit of fun with. He could be a really good way to get that attacking player in. Like I said, I doubt I'll bring him in. I think I'd rather find the funds to bring in Salah, but I don't know. Darwin could surprise us, so never say never. He could be a really, really good punt in game week 2 when they play Bournemouth, and we remember the game last year where Salah had 0 involvement against their early fixture against Bournemouth, and I think they ended up winning 7-0. So it could be Darwin that's getting the hat-trick. I don't know. He's got a lot of potential. He's only owned by 6.3% of managers, but now the news has come out that he is taking that number 9 spot. I wouldn't be surprised to see that rise a little bit. But he scored 9 goals last season and got 5 assists. He got 100 points in total, which not necessarily blown away by, but I think this is definitely one to watch. And then my final one, we've got Taiwo. I could not go through a video without mentioning a Forest player. It was normally Gibbs White, but we have got Taiwo today. He's 6.5 million and his ownership's only at 1.8%. He was Forest's top goal scorer last season. He got 10 goals, only 1 assist, but he had an XG of 6.93. I've got massive regret that I didn't bring him in last season. He started performing really, really well, and I thought it was a one-off. Then it happened 2 weeks in a row, and I thought there's no chance it's going to happen for a 3rd week in a row. It ended up happening 4 weeks in a row. In Forest's final 4 games, he scored 6 goals, which is so unbelievably impressive. Similar to my concerns that I have about Gibbs White, I don't know whether this sudden attacking form from Forest came because they were battling relegation. I'm really hoping they start off the season with the same spark and fire, and they're determined to get maybe a much healthier position in the table so they don't necessarily end up in that relegation battle. But I am a little bit concerned they're going to play more defensively. I'm also really interested to see where Taiwo is going to play, whether he'll be a centred forward or if he'll be in a front 2 with Brennan Johnson. Brennan is also an interesting one to consider. So from a fantasy perspective, he's moved from the forward position to midfield position, but also Brentford have shown an interest in signing him, and I am worried he's going to leave Forest. They'll obviously be reluctant to see him go, but I think they could probably get quite a lot of money for him. So that'll be an interesting one. Forest's fixtures are very mixed. So Arsenal away. The thing is, Forest have been seen to step up against the bigger teams, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do get a goal in there. And then they've got Sheffield United at home, which I think is going to be a massive one. I think Forest are really going to give the crowd what they've came to see, or well, the home fans at least. Then we've got Man United away, and I think I would probably bench my Forest assets for that one. It depends how well Man U are doing at the time. Chelsea away, less said about Chelsea the better. They're unpredictable. I'm hoping for a better season, but I'm not feeling too optimistic. And then Burnley at home, that's a really, really nice fixture. Again, I think Forest could rotate really nicely for some other players, so may look into that, but I'm very keen to get a Forest player in, whether it's Gibbs White or Taiwo, I'm not sure yet, but Taiwo, 1.8% ownership, that is criminal considering how he finished the season, so I would definitely recommend bringing him in. And then we are coming to the Yeleleague, and here is the code. I won't lie, this is mostly included because I don't have an outro, so have the Yeleleague code and then have me doing my usual I can't speak now. Have me doing my usual spiel of, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Leave me a comment to let me know what you think of my differential picks. I personally don't think I will be bringing many of them into my team. They're just ones for consideration and to watch closely in pre-season. But let me know if you liked any of them or which differentials you have in your team. And I will see you in the next video, which is very excitingly a tipsy team selection. I'm going to be talking about my draft team with another FPL content creator. Leave your comments below guessing who is appearing on the channel, and that will be uploaded on Saturday evening. So look forward to that, and I will see you then.